So I receive comments like this one calling me a man-hater or a self-hating man with some regularity. And most of these are not serious comments. They're just insults. It's the first thing that occurred to an incurious and uncreative person. But to the extent that they are actually serious, that they do actually mean it, it's also an ironic comment. Because in the video that this comment was responding to, I was talking about how famous men are a liability for brands, for companies, who now regularly assume that there's a history of assault or abuse in every man's past and are frequently proven right. But I also get comments like this when I criticize toxic masculinity, when I criticize the people that practice it, who are controlling, who are themselves abusive. But here's the thing. If I make a video where I am criticizing and condemning some sort of toxically masculine practice, and you hear me saying, I hate men, that's a you problem. Likewise, if I talk about how patriarchal rhetorics of providing and protecting are just camouflage, they're cover for misogyny, and you hear, I hate all men, that is also a you problem. That is a problem with you failing to make a distinction between men and misogynistic behavior. You failing to see how men can and do grow beyond the definitional boundaries set by patriarchy. And you failing to see how we can, how so many of us in fact are better men. Compassionate and vulnerable and supportive, self-reflective men. And so I call that accusation of man-hating ironic because how little must you think of men to think that we're not capable of all of those things? To think that we can't be held to a higher standard, that we don't have room for growth, for self-improvement, that we can't be better? Wanting all of that for my fellow men, believing that my fellow men are capable of that kind of growth, that doesn't come from a place of hate. That comes from a place of love.